Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'd like to call to order this meeting of the Naperville Park District Board of Commissioners. Today is August 8th, 2013. The time is 7 p.m. And if everyone could please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Jackie, will you please take the roll?
President Janner?
Here.
Vice President Riley?
Here.
Commissioner Egan?
Present.
Commissioner Heidi?
Here.
Commissioner Ori?
Here.
Commissioner Todd?
Here.
Commissioner Young?
Here.
We have no awards or recognitions today. Next item is matters from the public. Jackie, has anyone from the public signed up to speak today? Okay, thank you. We'll move ahead to updates and reports and start with the Riverwalk Commission update. Commissioner Heidi.
Thank you, President Janner. Our meeting is next Wednesday, so at this point I have nothing to report. It's rare, I know. But.
Thank you, Commissioner Heidi. Next, I would just like to inform everyone that the next meeting of the Parks Foundation will be on August the 20th. So at our next meeting here, we'll have a report on the Parks Foundation. Again, next meeting there, August 20th. Let's move on to the Finance Committee update. Commissioner Ori.
The Finance Committee did not meet in July. The next scheduled meeting is August 21st. But let me just simply remark the mid-year review of our finances and other aspects of the Park District showed that because of the board's governance and the quality of the staff's management, the financial condition of the Park District is really strong.
Thank you, Commissioner Ori. Let's move on to the Legislative Committee update. Commissioner Heidi.
Thank you, President Janner. Our next meeting will be conducted in the office of State Representative Gene Ives, and that will occur tomorrow. So I will fill everyone in after that. Thank you.
Thank you, Commissioner Heidi. The next report is the Parks and Recreation Committee update. Vice President Riley.
Thank you, President Janner. The Parks and Recreation Committee met on July 24th. Captain Dave Ferrari of the Naperville Fire Department provided the committee with background on the location of Fire Station Number 5 at the corner of Naperville, Plainfield Road and 87th Street and the water service to the station. The station's water is supplied by a dead-end water main, which results in the need for water to constantly run in order to maintain water quality. Installing a looping water main system is cost prohibitive. Several users of the Springbrook Prairie Trail system stop at the fire station to request water. So the fire department would like to install a drinking fountain at the fire station to provide water access for trail users and satisfy the need for water to run through the dead-end main. The proposed drinking fountain would run continuously during warmer months. The City of Naperville can install the drinking fountain and will perform all the maintenance once installed, but is requesting assistance with purchasing the unit. The Forest Preserve District of DuPage County is not interested in funding the project at this time. Executive Director McGurry and his committee and the committee agree that this is a great opportunity to partner on a project that will benefit Naperville residents. Executive Director McGurry wanted to reach out to the Forest Preserve District again to further investigate if it's possible to cost share in the purchase. The total cost of the drinking fountain is estimated to be well below $10,000. Executive Director McGurry introduced discussion on the indoor space and shared recent concerns associated with the 95th Street Center leased space. The 95th Street building is now under new ownership, and since it is leased space, the Park District does not have much control over the maintenance performed at the building. Executive Director McGurry also shared recent concerns with the district's reliance upon schools for indoor space and the school districts, both of them, increased need to satisfy school programs and events. The committee discussed the need for the Park District to develop indoor recreation space. Commissioner Ori shared that the board needs to agree on an amount that is realistic budget for indoor space. An agreed upon budget will alleviate some of the questions among the board. Commissioner Riley discussed the process for gathering input from the public. Committee briefly reviewed the community survey results for indoor recreation space. That meeting, I also shared that the board receives anecdotal information on poor parent behavior at youth sports events from residents, inquired if we should do more to become proactive in addressing the issue. Director Wilson shared that the Park District addresses parent behavior in a wide variety of ways. Any concern with parent behavior in Park District program are handled on a case-by-case basis. Overall, poor sportsmanship among parents in Park District programs has not been a significant concern. Director Wilson also shared the Park District allows Naperville athletic organization boards to address concerns within their program. The Park District does not become involved with the administration of their programs. The committee agreed that the Park District should allow the athletic organizations to address situations with their coaches and/or parents. The Park District will continue to address parent behavior concerns on a case-by-case basis and will work with the athletic organizations on any incidents that are reported to the district. The committee briefly discussed a donation to Napier Settlement to support the development of a playground and a splash guard as part of the proposed playscape. The committee concluded that a $25,000 donation was a reasonable amount to contribute. That donation was discussed with the full board at the July 25th, 2013 Park Board Workshop. The Parks and Recreation Committee will meet again Friday, August 16th at 10:30 a.m. in the Administration Building.
Thank you, Vice President Riley. The next update will be the Golf Committee report. Commissioner Todd.
The Golf Committee met on July 15th. The June revenues were down at that time as compared to last year, and this was primarily due to the weather. July was off to a good start, and since then I've learned that we've had a normal July. The committee then reviewed capital projects for golf, and we're going to be also gathering feedback on our tournaments and our daily play. There are focus groups that are being scheduled for August and September, and I heard that those were immediately filled, so it's looking very good. If folks want other information on our golf activities, you can go to the website, golfnaperville.org. And the next meeting is August 19th at 7:30 a.m. at the Springbrook Range Room.
Thank you, Commissioner Todd. The next update is the Board President report. The Naperville Park District Board of Commissioners and staff have been very busy with strategic planning over the past several weeks. The current strategic plan for the Naperville Park District goes through 2015, but the board and staff completed it much earlier, so we embarked on updating it, which will take us through 2016. The process involved a series of 3 evening sessions with multiple staff members, the entire Board of Commissioners, and some community leaders. I would like to extend a special thanks to Doug Krieger from the City of Naperville, Jason Altenburn from School District 204, and Kitty Ryan from School District 203 for their involvement in the process and their attendance at our strategic planning sessions here for the Park District. Together, we streamlined the strategic planning process this time around as compared to 2009 because we just came off a community attitude and interest survey that yielded valuable information directly from Naperville residents for us to use in this process. What the group really focused on was the why of what we deliver to our taxpayers and others who use Naperville Park District facilities and services. I'd also like to offer a special thanks to all that attended the Knock Knolls Nature Center groundbreaking on the afternoon of July 7th. The Naperville Park District, as many of you know, hosted a groundbreaking for the Knock Knolls Nature Center in Knock Knolls Park. Despite the extreme heat, approximately 75 people were in attendance, so it was a great turnout to celebrate the groundbreaking. The speakers included State Senator Mike Conley, State Representative Darlene Singer, Mayor Pradle, Brooke McDonald of the Conservation Foundation, representatives from the project contractor White Construction, and Councilman Grant Worley, who was just one of a sizable contingent of Knock and Worley family members in attendance at that event. After the remarks, staff, board, and guests took their turns lifting dirt-filled shovels to commemorate the groundbreaking with plenty of photo opportunities. One individual, who shall remain nameless at this time, was so excited about moving dirt that he threw the dirt just a bit too high, and it blew into many of our faces. The Knock Knolls Nature Center construction is now underway, and we look forward to hosting a grand opening event for that facility in the fall of 2014. Finally, I'm pleased to report that this week's tests of mosquito catch basins around Naperville have all tested negative for West Nile virus per the City of Naperville's mosquito control, which is good news. As many residents are aware, the previous couple weeks found a presence of West Nile virus mosquitoes at Seeger Park, Regardless of the catch basin results, it's still very important for residents of all ages to continue to take precautions to prevent mosquito bites. Since these are very mobile insects, it is possible to find mosquitoes carrying the virus anywhere you go, even in your own backyard. For more information on ways to protect yourself and your family, visit our website at napervilleparks.org and look under our news heading. And for more information regarding the City of Naperville's mosquito control program, please visit the city's website at naperville.il.us. Thank you. And the next report will be Executive Director McGurry's report. Executive Director McGurry.
Thank you, President Janner. Several things to discuss here and talk about. Earlier this evening, the district hosted its annual Capital Projects Open House in the lobby of the Naperville Municipal Center. 15 2014 projects are on display for review and comments by the residents. If you are unable to attend and are interested in finding out more about the projects that are in our capital plan for the upcoming year, I encourage you to view the plans online beginning on Friday, August 9th, and submit any comments or questions you may have. Again, tomorrow morning they'll be online, and there'll be a process that you can follow in which to submit your questions and comments. If you have a problem with that, go to our website, click on my name, and email me, and I'll be happy to get it to where it needs to go. This is a reminder that the registration for autumn programs is already underway. Although summer is still here, now is the time to plan ahead for hay rides, Halloween-themed events, and fall and winter Naperville indoor soccer. Be sure to visit our website for information on the many programs and fun activities that we have planned for the upcoming months. And speaking of summer kind of winding down, as we get further into the month of August, many of our seasonal facilities start winding down. With much of its staff heading back to school, Centennial Beach will take an abbreviated operating schedule after August 18th. Additionally, the Riverwalk Eatery and paddleboats are also going to have new days and hours of operation. Visit our website again for updated information on each of these facilities. What happens when you combine an instrument housed by the Millennium Carillon and some good old-fashioned rock and roll? I ask you. No. You get Rockin' the Tower. This new and unique event on Sunday, August 18th and September 15th, so August 18th and September 15th, will feature rock music played at the Carillon by City Carillionaire Tim Sleep. Event partner 95.9 The River will broadcast live from the Rotary Hill during the free event with music, prizes, and much more. Will he play Metallica? That's what I want to know, like he did before. All right. That's very important to me. For the past couple of months, the district has been hosting a recycling program in partnership with Waste Management to collect old, outdated, small electronics for recycling. If you have an old cell phone, e-reader, GPS device, or other similar item you would like to recycle, you can bring them to one of our 4 locations: our administration building, the Alfred Rubin Riverwalk Community Center, or Springbrook or Naperbrook golf courses. Please note that the recycling program has been extended an additional week through August 23rd. And finally, staff will be conducting focus groups for Springbrook and Naperbrook golf courses to learn more about golfers' levels of satisfaction or dissatisfaction and gather information and ideas for the future of those 2 courses and their improvements. Focus groups will be held at the end of August and beginning of September. If you're interested in learning more about this opportunity to provide feedback on our golf courses, please send an email to Nancy Thompson at nthompson, that's NTHOMPSON, at napervilleparks.org, or much like with the capital projects, find me on the website and email me, and I'll make sure to get that information to where it needs to be. That's all I have.
Thank you, Executive Director McGurry. The next item on the agenda is approval of the Treasurer's Report.
Move to approve the June 2013 Treasurer's Report.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, Jackie, will you please take the roll?
Vice President Riley?
Yes.
Commissioner Egan?
Yes.
Commissioner Heidi?
Yes.
Commissioner Ori?
Aye.
Commissioner Todd?
Yes.
Commissioner Young?
Yes.
President Janner?
Yes. Next item on the agenda is the consent agenda. Are there any items to be removed from the consent agenda?
Yes, I'd like to pull item G, please.
Commissioner Egan has pulled item G. Any other items to be removed?
Move to approve consent agenda items A through F inclusive.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Is there any discussion? Jackie, will you please take the roll?
Vice President Riley?
Yes.
Commissioner Todd?
Yes.
Commissioner Egan?
Yes.
Commissioner Heidi?
Yes.
Commissioner Ori?
Aye.
Commissioner Young?
Yes.
President Janner?
Yes.
Move to approve the consent agenda as accepted, items A through F. This requires a voice vote.
All in favor?
I need a second, please.
Pardon me. Is there a second?
Second.
We have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, that motion carries. Move ahead to unfinished business.
Move to approve the purchase of one Ford F-250 XL in the amount of $25,428 on the Suburban Purchasing Cooperative contract to Curry Motors. This vehicle will replace a 2003 truck that has reached its replacement interval and has incurred more than $3,000 of repairs in the past 2 years.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Is there any discussion? Commissioner Egan.
Thank you. I'm going to use my favorite example that everybody loves up here, and the automobile I drove here in my Honda CR-V. That's a year 2000 with 220-some thousand miles on it. The floor mat has a hole worn in it where I've put my heel in it for over 13 years, and I spent probably about $3,000 in it in the last couple of years, replaced the radiator and stuff, but I've avoided spending $30-some thousand. I know we're getting the best price. I have no issues with that, but I think this is one of these assets that we can stretch until it dies and then replace it. So with that said, I won't be supporting this purchase.
Thank you, Commissioner Egan. Is there any other discussion? Executive Director McGurry.
Yeah, and I don't disagree with Commissioner Egan. I understand his concern. The one thing I would say is that, the Naperville Park District, for the past, well, at least 5 years, and even previous to that, has not hired people. We have really towed the line on bringing personnel requests to this board, knowing that the economy and the climate that we're in, we certainly walk and talk the talk of doing more with less. When it comes to equipment, I have to have stuff that's reliable. And we don't have a bevy of trucks that we just say, truck 201 is down, let's go take 203. We don't have that capability of doing that. So I absolutely respect what you're saying. If your car dies, I don't know what arrangements you make, but the public expects us to go and do a job, and I can't call them up and say, well, our truck's down, we're not going to get there as quick. So that's why it's important for us. I mean, the thing is 10 years old. It's already had $3,000 worth of work put into it. I get it, and I think we've already stretched this one. Kevin, how far did we stretch this one past?
Up until two years past, our replacement cycle was 7 years. And now we have shifted that to 10. So that's why we're recommending this at this time.
Okay, that's all.
Thank you, Executive Director McGurry. Is there any other discussion? Do we have a second on this motion? Yes. Okay, Jackie, will you please take the roll?
Vice President Riley?
Yes.
Commissioner Todd?
Yes.
Commissioner Egan?
No.
Commissioner Heidi?
Yes.
Commissioner Ori?
Aye.
Commissioner Young?
Yes.
President Janner?
Yes. Next, I'd like to announce the future meetings of the Naperville Park District. Our next regular meeting of the Board of Park Commissioners will be August 22nd, 2013, 6 p.m. at the South Maintenance Facility, 3415 Book Road. Next meeting after that will be September 12th, 2013, 7 p.m. right here at the Naperville Municipal Center, 400 South Eagle Street. And the following meeting after that will take place on September 26th, 2013, 6 p.m. back at the South Maintenance Facility, 3415 Book Road. Next item on the agenda is executive session.
Move to adjourn to executive session to discuss land acquisition under 2C5 of the Open Meetings Act and imminent litigation under 2C11 of the Open Meetings Act.
And we're going to add 2C1, compensation of specific personnel.
Ooh, I'll second that. Sounds exciting.
We have a motion and a second. Is there any discussion? Jackie, will you please take the roll?
Vice President Riley?
Yes.
Commissioner Egan?
Yes.
Commissioner Heidi?
Yes.
Commissioner Ori?
Aye.
Commissioner Todd?
Yes.
Commissioner Young?
Yes.
President Janner?
Yes.
There will be no action taken afterwards.